Tonight's puck drop is brought to you by Simpson Chevrolet. It is Byfield, Fiala, and LaFerriere. And that's blocked by Smith. Here's Lundestrom, the Swede. And a sharp angle shot on fellow Swede Forsberg, who makes that save. Fabro, that goes down. Forsberg wanders. Quick handoff for Anderson. Kept in at the line. Fabro shoots it. And a clean look there. Now Marchenko, broken up by the Kings. And a break for Byfield with Fogle. To Fogle, a shot! And that goes high on a one-timer on a 2-on-1 short-handed break. And now Columbus back to center. A minute gone in the Fiala minor. And Fantilli glides in to the net. Tip just wide of Forsberg. And now at the line, Severson. Here's Marchment, shoots, and he scores! Marchment! 2 games in Columbus and 2 goals. And it's 1-0.
The long reach, right here, he gets it high. There's that dangle right there around Armia. Now the shot comes from distance, and that probably surprised Forsberg a little bit. I think Anton probably expecting him to go a little bit further. I'm not going to say a screen, it wasn't enough.
Break it up, Severson at the line. Good job to keep it alive. And now for Cole Sillinger to the slaughter shot right on goal by Severson, and a save by Forsberg. He did keep it alive. Fantilli with it. Just at the line, now up the middle. And a good stick, and now it's shot on goal. And a save by Forsberg. And again, the Kings don't get it in deep. And now Anderson trying to chop it. Here's Jenner to the middle, and a shot right on goal by Provorov, and a save by Forsberg. And then Clark beats one man, another man in on goal, a shot, saved, Byfield, the rebound, and a stop by Greaves.
The offense, and Clark does it here on entry. Gets the puck into the zone, gets it deep before he makes the shot attempt. He ends up picking up another one, head up, but then he was involved a couple times. 3 plays by Brad Clark in the shame shift, trying to make it happen offensively. Here he goes.
Oh, he comes in again. Clark gets it, shoots it right on, and a save by Greaves.
Be involved as a defenseman in the offensive zone.
Now the Jackets come in. Coyle, a shot off the goal post. And that hit the post on the short side. The Jackets a 1-0 lead, nearly 2-0 as Coyle hits the post. Moore and Kopitar after it. Dealt back to Anderson, wide, shoots it, right on. Rebound, Kempe in front. This side, LaFerriere. Kings resetting, now Perry, a shot right on. And a save by Greaves, and no rebound.
Perry finally says, I've got to get the shot here. You see the attempts, and Corey's in front to the side now. Watch the Blue Jackets take away the potential receivers on that play. Corey's looking to the middle. He can't find anything, so he decides to take the shot, and the goaltender reads.
And then Doughty dangles out high. Kevin Fiala waiting. Kuzmenko right in short side, and a save by Greaves. And Kuzmenko again. And Fiala once in front. Jackets back at full strength. Center, and a shot by Kempe. Late in the power play. Kempe a good chance. And off the blocker. And now Jenner again. Drops it, and a shot. That one by Matejchuk. Off the outside of the goal. Severson at the line. Shooting one right on. Byfield ahead. He comes in. Hooks one in front. Fiala gets it. Shot. LaFerriere. Rebound. Stopped by Greaves. Oh, 2 good chances there for LaFerriere. Did a toe pick. Either way.
He had no... You see LaFerriere, the 2 best chances.
And Johnson the other way. On to Coyle. Waited too long. Blocked by Clark. Now center. That's stopped by Forsberg. Jenner upended. And now LaFerriere at those chances gets it out. Here's Provorov right back in. To Jenner. Shoots it on goal. Stopped by Forsberg. Kings.
Well, we'll see if Doughty, and we saw Clark earlier, more effective with the puck.
And Severson shoots, and he scores off the face-off. A power play goal makes it 2-0 Columbus. Not sure what that hit on the way through.
It looks like Marchment. He's leading the line. Get that big body. Get that reach to the front. You win the face-off, and you want to get the puck off the wall, take it to the middle. Officially, what, power play or not, I don't think it really matters. You know, it's just it hits both Blue Jackets forwards are trying to get there. This is a great look. It may have gone off of Anderson first, then Marchment. And I think it's just getting bodies, right? Just get them there, make it happen. Like I said, bounce. So you get the bounce, and the Blue Jackets get it.
So the Kings in a 2-0 hole as we get set for the second. Teams at full strength. And the Kings control the faceoff in the slot, band on that. And the Kings to center. And Fogle gets by a man. In a goal shot. And a save by Greaves. And a penalty coming up here.
It's that mentality. You'll see the puck as it leaves the zone. The defenseman actually misses it, but from that point on, and you can see the interference in the middle with Turcotte driving the center lane. Left side of the screen right there, pulls him down, just gets on his back.
And Provorov, long pass ahead to Lundestrom. He comes in. And a save by Forsberg. Short-handed chance there for Lundestrom.
Over here is the change being made, and all of a sudden the Blue Jackets make one quick pass, and it's a 2-on-1.
Here's Marchenko with it. Trying to come in front. Gets in front, and a shot.
It's actually Marchenko who did it right here. There it is. And then you just try. Look at the bodies to the front.
And the Jackets win the faceoff, and Taychuk in front. Stopped by Forsberg. Puck loose there. And knocked away maybe by Doughty. And that bounced away from Clark. This is Miles Wood in. For Sillinger. Back to Wood. And a save by Forsberg.
Probably trouble. And you see
Los
Brad
Angeles
Clark
number
on the left
92.
side come in.
2 minutes. Flashing.
They'll try to get it right there, yeah, into the hands. I was going over the rule the other day, John, where the slash doesn't have to hit, it has to be into the hands.
Through the middle. Jackets send it around for Voronkov, who leads the club with 6 power play goals in front. That's knocked away. Now Matejchuk again. And then Kuzmenko shovels it back for Doughty. Spinning. Almost ran into his own man. Now Anderson for Kuzmenko. Shoots. He scores! Kuzmenko! 2-1. It may have been tipped.
Shot mentality. This is a wrist shot from the blue line. So it's not considered a high danger area. And normally you need a slapper here, but you can see how many bodies are there. I don't think Greaves could see the release. He tried to pick it up at the end. Does it hit Trevor? I think it hits the backside of Fabro. 3 for the Blue Jackets, so they've had trouble late in games.
Underway here in the third period. Teams at full strength. And back to Coyle. And then Christensen a shot. Save, and the Forsberg stopped Jenner.
When you get a rebound like that because of a low shot, a lot of times you can't control it. Watch Forsberg after the initial. Doesn't get through, cross, and that pad is there. Stick is between his legs. So that 5-hole is not opened up. And that's the fundamental you want right there. You get a piece of it with a stick.
Then Fabro with some time. Off Doughty, look out, and a shot up high, right on by Voronkov.
I think it shows up here. The Blue Jackets will get the chance because of a bounce, and look at that, just a couple of little steps forward. That's all it took, but that gives them so, look at that, well out in front of the blue paint.
He finds Kuzmenko, trying to catch the Jackets in a change. Now to Clark, around a man, in on goal, right in front, tip, and a save. Here's Provorov. And around for Fantilli. Matejchuk. Across. Marchenko shoots and he scores! Marchenko off the wall makes it 3-1. 3 power play goals for Columbus.
The quick feet of the Blue Jackets here. And watch the end of it. The end of it is complete shot mentality. Marchenko just takes one, watch this, little footwork, step, head up, and shoot. He knows he has the traffic. He knows there's a little bit of a screen. If not a screen, Voronkov right there, he keeps.
And that's going to do it. As the Jackets come in here and win it 3-1 as the Kings begin a 3-game homestand with a tough loss to the Jackets.